Absolutely. I've always been creative since I was very young. I just didn't know where to direct that lightning. It wasn't until maybe like third grade, and we're talking about in the 80s, where a teacher kind of noticed that and showed me some books. I believe it was Pablo Picasso and Da Vinci, and it totally captured my mind and just kind of stamped it in there. And it resonated with me for a long time. Unfortunately, in the schools that I was in the 90s in San Antonio, arts departments and music, are the first to get cut. So funding isn't always there for arts. And so I had to look outward to find my creativity. And I found it in the subcultures of San Antonio's skating scenes and music scenes. And it wasn't until maybe middle school where I said, you know what, this is a great way to be creative. I can be my own canvas. And started with decorating skateboards, decorating myself, designing myself. And that's kind of ultimately led me to go into street art or graffiti at the time. And so as I got into the graffiti scene, I started to develop my skills. I started to utilize the tools. And as I got older, I started to notice some of the finer arts and studio arts that were available in my community and got to meet a lot of those artists as well. And they all gave me words of encouragement and advice and never looked down at the genre of artwork that I was doing in graffiti. And so, I always kind of kept my feet in both worlds. And so now that I'm older and I've come into a more refined setting and work in studio art, you can see here a lot of the aesthetics that I've learned in graffiti, whether it be the punk rock aesthetic of the assemblage or the street art stylistic in fonts and letters and colors, the majority of these being spray paint. You can see that I've brought that graffiti influence that was so heavily embedded in me onto my finer artwork. And now I'm here today, and I couldn't be happier than to share my artwork with you and allowing you guys to let me share my story. I'm just a Southside kid from San Antonio, Texas, and you make me feel important and special, and I'm glad you get to see my work and I get to share that with you. It really is an honor.